Hi, it's Hazy and welcome to my channel. Today I'm showing you how to make this pattern. What I use, it's all my own artwork, so I'll show you how to do your own artwork. There's other things to show you as well that is you don't have, that's not your own artwork, if you don't want to do that sort of thing. But and then I'll also show you these, okay. And then do you want me to show you how to make them from start to finish, my design, what I use, things like that, okay. And like to join me today, please give me a thumbs up, that'd be absolutely amazing, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and let's go. So right, so what I've been doing is making these bookmarks, okay. Well, I'm not going to show you these today, they're amazing though, yeah. Unless you want me to, you'll have to request them. Yeah, come on everybody, request something. From every time I ask some people if they want me to show them, nobody says anything, yet other channels everybody says they seem to be asking loads of, you know, this, that and the other. Please don't be afraid to ask me to do something. Yeah, here they are, look, yeah. So these are the cute bookmarks. I've even got bookmark on the back. How did I do that? And how did I get it all the same? Yeah, you know how I did that, don't you? Those who've been watching me a while will know how I've done that. Right, okay. And then I've got these as well, they're huge. Okay, so, well, I don't do the magnet the same as everybody else does. I do it totally different, yeah. So yeah, but there you go. Okay, there is videos and how showing you how to put these magnets on YouTube. It's not a secret. Yeah, but yeah, because I've that's what I found. Yeah, right. But I've got this one. Okay, I could actually use what I'm doing today for this. And that's another way of putting the magnet on, and I love this. And then you can make that, you know, those fold over things on the pages that people do, that I've done before, and it sort of flops off every 5 minutes. Using magnets you can make that, you know, one of those, the fold over the page, and sometimes I write down at the bottom of the page, and there could be any width, there could be the width of the page even. And it's not too bad, even though that's not a thick piece of paper, that's fine. But I did try it with a whole magnet, yeah, but no, no, it does not work. Anyway, that could be used for today. Yeah, there's a way of getting, right, sometimes these magnets do not go like that. There is a way of doing it. Okay, they don't do that, they sort of like repel. And I found out how to make them not repel. Okay, no, it's not. Yeah, they don't say, don't have a lecture and say you're not, will not repel, you'll behave yourself. No, it's not that. Right, okay. Oh, that's another thing that can go in that drawer. Yeah, I've been messing. I still want to mess about with my alcohol inks. Let me just quickly show you what I did with the mineral paper from the last video. Can you see how that's shining? It's blatant. Yeah, that's the mineral paper. So you won't be able to do that really with Yupo paper. Mineral paper, yeah, you can, it's malleable. Ooh, it's amazing. It's really good. I'm really pleased with that. But this is what I'm going to do today, okay? These things, right? So what I do is, was watching a video the other day, and I don't know who it was, but she was doing things like getting some inks. So I bought some I bought some more blooming inks, and I was messing about inks as opposed to oxides, and I was doing all this on the paper. You don't need to do that at all. And I was putting these, any stamps, and that when you do the stamps, and I've done my own artwork as well. I've done my own mark making there with my pens. I've done it, so that's just a label shape, and I've done my writing in there, things like that. I've added the writing on there because it didn't print. Okay, and I've done a little grid, and I've done some squares, so that a lot of that's mine there. there, there's a butterfly as well, things like that. I was watching a lady do this the other day, and she's getting so excited about all about making these beautiful things. Okay, so but how you do that is, so lots of people will know how to do that, but you put some, get some plastic sheet and like something like that. I got that today. Yeah, I'll tell you what I got in a minute, but I got that today. And so you put your, you can, I don't know, you can spray it with sprays as well, with those not the oxide sprays, the other ones, the Ranger well, you can do it with all sorts. You don't have to do it with Ranger. Right, so let me just tell you, right, so when you do this, you will, that might be the colour I used, I'm not sure. Ice spruce, that could be ice spruce. So you would do things like this, and you would spray water on it, but water's in the other room. You don't have to spray water on it. Let's get something, I can use the back of that. And you can do things, oh yeah, look, see it getting excited. With spraying water, you can sometimes get these lovely patterns, yeah, like that. Anyway, that's the sort of thing you can do to do that. And then you get all your rubber stamps, and you, like, I would say, don't do it diagonally, do it across and down. So things like that. So don't have, it doesn't matter about things like that being diagonal. That wouldn't matter because it's circular. But if you noticed here, I've got some, they're gorgeous like that. First time I've really used that. I bought it a while ago. It took ages to get here. I think it was an order. I think it's something from China. I think it took ages to get here. Yeah. So, and that's another one with rubber stamps. I've been having my rubber stamps out, but I'm going to do something else today. You know, I like to be creative. Can't help it. It's just the way it is. Yeah. So, oh look, I've got that as well. I've been tearing bits of that off and sticking them on places. So this is, I don't know what sort of, some sort of tissue paper, and it's coloured. That's nice, that is. Then I'll show you what I've done in the, see, there's loads and loads of different ones I've done. That's the tissue paper there. This is just messing about, and I'll show you what I've been using. Okay. Show you what I've been using there. Right, and have I been using them on here as well, or is it just, yeah, so that's my own stuff. Yeah, that's actually, they are amazing. I spotted them on Amazon. Mini mark making kit of rubber stamps, and yeah, I can't do that with foam stamps. So this is something I've done. I love that. Don't know if there's anything else on here. I know which journal it's in. Wait a minute. Right then, so this is the journal I'm talking about. Let's have a look in this. So it's lacy, look, see? I like lace and everything. That's an old pair of my pyjamas. I couldn't ruffle it because I want enough to ruffle. Yeah, so, oh yeah, I'm gonna go, she looks a bit modern for this, doesn't she? But never mind. It's better than the other one I did. Right, this sort of thing. Okay, so that's one of those pockets with those circles I've done. They're not the negative space circles, but yeah, you can do that with that. I've got it upside down. Never mind. Right, this sort of thing with the tissue paper. That's using those, a lot of the rubber stamps. That's normal rubber stamps. And is this as well, or is this just, I don't know, I did that. This is why it's good to do videos, you know, and find what you did on videos, because I like that. That's amazing, isn't it? And look, I've got my own writing, well, scribbly writing at the behind. I can do very nice writing, but I can also do very scribbly writing. You've got to be flexible. That as well. And if you look on these as well, own writing, and that's some of that. That looks like but that's like instant. Instant Pop on there, yeah. Yeah, so that's like that. Okay, so if you want me to show you how to make those, I can with my special and this as well. I need to make another one of those as a reason. Right, yeah, so they're cards you can use, journaling cards say, or just little ephemera pieces to put in the pocket. If I got one on the, I'm sure I put one on a page somewhere. What did I? I'm just thinking of that. I've got those there, foam stamps. There's some foam stamps I'm used. Just those foam stamps I've made with you. I've made that one on a video before, I'm sure I have. It was, I think it's the video, or I've used it definitely on the video. I was making a journal cover and I used that design, but I think I used it with gold. All that is foam stamp circles. You just have to cut them out fun foam. That's a stencil I've made. That's a foam stamp thing I've made. Just mark making there with a pen. Just like that, yeah. And that's a stencil I love this. I'm going to have to make another one deliberately. I was trying to make one with cut out circles and some of them stayed in, so I thought, oh, I'll leave them in. And I love that, the way that's gone. It's amazing, isn't it? And that's my alcohol ink, yeah. And just stitching down the page in one of my flowers. Yeah, things like that. Yeah, Sandra Murrell, because I know she watches my videos quite a lot of the time. This is the one. Be Happy Stationery. I found this page. It didn't go in my journal. I must have forgotten to put it in the middle of a page, and that just goes in there. It's a paper bag journal, and I chose this picture. Guess what? It's got a cat on it. Yeah, that's why I chose that. Okay, right, and then stitching up. Yeah, I thought you might like to see that one. I haven't finished it obviously, but anyway, that is what I'm going to show you. How I did. Somebody has asked me before how to do these. Right, I know it's easy actually to do actual foam stamps, but these aren't too bad at all. That was so easy to do. I could show you on the back how to do something like that. I'm using these. That's not the one. I only use the small one. I think that's the best one to use. What's this? Is it a flower or is it just a pattern? It's just a pattern, I think. Oh, I've got one on the back as well, so I've got one on one side and one on the other. That's what you can do. Some of them are better than others. There's a flower that did definitely not work. There's a rainbow idea there. Yeah, somebody has asked me how to do this. Why don't you do some rubber stamp making? Yeah, there's another thing you can do. I have showed that on video before. These are putty rubbers, or putty erasers if you like, yeah. We say in the UK rubbers, yeah. It's normal to say that. But anyway, these are, you can mould these, you can roll them into a ball, you can then, I've showed it on video, you can press it into something like a grid or something like that. And then you can put it in ink or paint and print it. I would say ink because you'd have to wash it well. Yeah, there's things like bits of liner. I cut something off the other day and made something. That's the one I've been using. Now, all that is doing circles. Okay, then doing another circle. Just go doing circles, and look, they're not even perfect circles. And then to finish off, instead of cutting out the circle, I've done cut it out like this. I can do some more there, look. Just cut them out like that. You must keep your fingers out the way, especially if you've got lost feeling in them or something like that. Just put your fingers out the way, and you don't have to push hard. It's very gentle. Yeah, something like this. You can use proper erasers for it as well. You don't have to buy them. Yeah. That's a foam stamp, that's foam stamp square, that's another way of doing them. Okay, so just cut in fun foam, stick it on some acetate so you can see it. Thing is with acetate, I noticed, this is the trouble with our bookmark word, obviously that's foam stamp, is you've got to push it all down. That's the only thing, you have to remember to push it all down. This is the one that doesn't work brilliantly. This one does, I think, and that one looks terrible when you print it. So yeah, that one's the best one. What I've done with that one is left a border around the edge, and that one I took the border away, and it does not look as good. So yeah, and I would have put hazy lot. So when you do lettering, because what was I doing the other day? I was doing numbers, and I thought, because in foam stamps you can do them the right way round because you can turn them over, but with these obviously you've got to do them backwards. And what did I do the other day? I don't know if I've got the example. Yes, I think I have. I was doing them the right way round. And that's the one that's actually backwards. I was doing them the right way round. Look how lovely they are, though. Yeah, perfect if they would have been the other way round. So I suppose what I could do in this case, if I like these numbers, I could print it, put some ink on there and print it on some more something like a rubber, and then cut it out like that. These worked really well. I might have showed you those before. So doing a border and just, I don't know if I drew it or just cut it, but yeah, you can obviously draw it on there. And also what you could do as well is put some ink on it so you can see where you are, and then remove where you need to, perhaps there or something. I actually don't like the things sticking up, but they look great actually. That one's fun. That's a flower, leafy thing there, and the other side is just a sort of zigzag pattern. It's that sort of thing. There's that might be the circle I used or something similar. What I showed you, I've got loads like that. Do your initials on them. And then you can also just print plain. Oh, I know what works really well. Where's the one that works? Oh, and it's just so easy, the simple ones. It's another one, that's the one with the heart. I'm not to say that's brilliant, but it'll do. Oh yeah, that one's okay as well, butterfly. Yes, I learned how. I taught myself. Here's the one. Yeah, I taught myself how to draw simple, whimsical butterflies. Yeah, all I've done there is a long piece thing. Just dug it out. I haven't even used. Just dug it out like that. And then this one I've done a bit longer. So this one's a bit longer like that. And they print amazing. Oh, it's that sort of thing. Foam stamps. I'm not making stuff, you see. Fodder it is. Fodder, you're making your fodder there. Right, so let's get this. Because I'm going to use this anyway. I'm going to put some of that on there. And so these are cheap, okay? Well, things like that, you can get your own erasers are really cheap, things like that. So they're cheap, but I always think the ones you print them with, if you use the professional ones, it will be amazing. So it prints really well. Let's do the other side. Obviously I could do it the professional way and put that down and put that on top. It's amazing. That's what, yeah, see how amazing they are. Yeah, they work so well. And this is one of my faves. Right, okay, so this is the professional way like that, yeah. The professional way is like that, so you can see, I think it's so you can see what ink you're putting on there. That must be it. Because when you're doing like that, it's not even, because you're holding it in your hand, I suppose. That's what it is. Yeah, things like that. So, I was thinking about doing the circle thing, because that's one of my favourites. Right. Yeah, so circles again. So I know that Marcia likes circles, and Marcia is one of the people that comments the most on my stuff. I'm sure she is, from Brazil. It's amazing, isn't it? Right, so that's about the middle. You can draw it if you like, or you can just do random circles. This is how I did that one. Okay, like that. And you join up. You get a lot of these, so make sure they're out the way, because sometimes when they get everywhere, when you try and print, it's like, ah, there's a gap there. That's because you've left one of these. Yeah, perhaps you're not like me though. That's only if you're like me. Right, there you go. So I'm going to do this now. So that's another one. And let me just check. I don't. Is this the one with the circle to the side? I can't remember now. It doesn't matter if it isn't at all. Yeah. Right, so you can, yeah, like that, and that's not joined together, but that's fine. Oh no, it's this one. Yeah, this one with the circle is this one. So I just went round and round and round and round without joining. Not even in the middle, is it? Never mind. And then, but I think that's so you keep your fingers out. You try and keep your fingers out the way. Yeah. And you don't have, it's not, I'm not pushing hard. You don't have to push hard. That's what I think people were worried about, because it is a bit difficult. And I am because when I got one of these type of things for Christmas, and I think I was trying to make something specific, and it just did not come together for me at all. And I was probably expecting to be perfect on the first go, so I keep my fingers out the way a lot. I'm trying not to see if you can hold this and not get your fingers in the way. Yeah, so don't think you can build Rome in a day, whatever they're saying. Yeah. Oh, that's good, yeah. So I've done that, but that doesn't matter. So I'm just going to continue as I am. You could do thicker lines instead. Quite like thicker lines. Just try and get rid of some of that, yeah. It's hilarious, isn't it? Yeah, so I'm not bothered about this, because that's part of the design now. So I'm just going to go, yeah. Just have fun, don't stress about it. Yeah, it's just having a bit of fun, and it could work, it might not work, but you could perhaps cut it up and use it for perhaps even if you like a quarter of this or something. Yeah. You could have, then you could join the four. Perhaps you could join the four. Is that right? Would that work? Yeah, I'm sure it would, because you could put it there. Yeah, you could do things like that, or you could, if you did only like a quarter of it, say, you could perhaps print it opposites and have something else here. You could do things like that, so don't worry if you don't do it perfectly. So I'm going to stop in a minute and do something else with this. Yeah, when I get to the edges. So I say you can always draw on it. You could always print it and see how it is now. I can do that to show you what I mean. Okay. So I could not print it. Well, I can print it actually, but I'm not going to. Shall I print it? I could print it and see how it is. Yeah, you could do that. We'll do it the professional way, like this. There you go. That's how all the professional rubber stamp people do it, like that. You can actually print it. Yeah, make sure it's all down. That's how it's working at the moment. So I can see there. I can also see on there what it's doing. That's fine. That just makes that there. That's fine, isn't it? And then you can perhaps do this. Do these, okay, like that. Yeah. Okay, I do hope you like what I'm doing with you today. Yeah, this is something I haven't really wanted to do, but I was requested it because everybody said how easy it is to make foam stamps using scissors. But as long as you keep your fingers out of the way, this is good. Okay, like that. I'm trying not to. You can also hold it like this, can't you, as well? Yeah, look, I've done a different pattern there to there, so if I want to make it a little bit more like that, I can. I think that's, yeah, that's the same. Yeah, it's good, it's fun, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. And then I can yeah, this is how you get creative. This is what I love to do. I love to show creativity. That's what I like to show, and encourage it as well. Yeah, so what did I do on the other one? It was like a, I haven't got a thing there, look. I can add one there. Got one now. Right, I was thinking about doing a grid or something instead of a, so that's easy to do. You just have to do it like a 1, 2, 3, 4, so it's easy to do. But I'm going to make some sort of grid. I'm trying to join the lines to the lines. Don't suppose it matters if it doesn't. So that's the noise you would have heard on my phone, not on this phone, but it's I'm doing it with the wrong phone. I've got the editing on all the phones. Oops. Yeah. Yeah, I was talking about my eyes. I got my appointment through for my eyes. Yeah. It's on in December. So hopefully that'll be all right. This is the end. And this, you must move these bits out of the way, because this, if you print on those, you'll be annoyed. You think, oh, what have I done? Right, there you go. Well, I would. Right, there we go. You might say, oh, I've done that. I wouldn't. I'll say, oh, I've got it on top of the other. Right, so that would go there. Now I can put this next to this and we can compare what we've done. Make sure there's no bits underneath. I don't think there would be, but yeah. Yeah, that sort of thing, see? And I haven't done the edge. I don't know if it's because that was underneath it, which is probably the case. Didn't see that. It must have been on top of here. Yeah, so that's what happens as well. If you leave bits on there, that's what happens. Right, so that's printed really nicely, hasn't it? Ah. And then you've got this one. I could get some more colours and we could do some, not anything off, make sure there's nothing on there this time. Yeah, I was talking about my eye appointment. So I've got my eye, so I've got a membrane growing on my right eye, which hopefully won't be there, won't show up for years. And then on my left eye, I have, I didn't realise that was on there. On my left eye, I have a fluid leaking. Yeah, so I can't see straight with my left eye. Right eye is absolutely fine at the moment. Well, I can see fine. I say it's not fine, but I can see fine. And if it does grow, I should be able to have an operation to remove it. Yeah. It doesn't usually happen in both eyes. I don't think, yeah, I think both of my conditions don't always happen in the other eye. So hopefully that's going to be right. Oh dear. Right, so let's have a look now. Ah, yeah, this one. Should we print the butterfly one? This is good. Let's do it the professional way, like this. Okay. That one. Yeah, that's not bad at all, is it? Then I've got the heart. I'm not too keen. I don't think I'm that keen on the heart. I can't remember. Let's see what it looks like. It's stuck to that now. And there. Yeah, it's okay actually, isn't it? Yeah. So, and then obviously we've got things like the foam stamps, which are here with handles on them, so you can print. It's harder to print professionally with those because sometimes you get it all everywhere. I haven't got any room on my desk to move over. Right, and then you can randomly print things like that. Yeah, there you go. Works lovely, doesn't it? So I can use different colours to do that. Yeah, so let me get some different colours. I'll get some different of these. Yeah, so I've spent money on these. Yeah, but these are quite cheap to do, especially if you're using a normal little erasers. They're amazing. Very cheap. That sort of possible size, yeah. The little ones. Yeah. Put that away. So I think we did a bit of lino the other day. What did I do with that? I wonder where that is. What's it there? Oh, here's the line. I did that bit of lino the other day. That's lino. That's not the really soft stuff. But I think I didn't have to press very hard into that. I think the lines are a bit finer. You see them? Yeah, so you've got... And it's a similar thing, just going round and round, and then I've done little marks on that and marks through that. So that's the lino, and these last ages. Just have to spend a bit to start with. Right, so let's try and do this professionally like that. Yeah. And obviously you press, hopefully without moving it. Yeah, see that's done a nice job on that. Like the way that one's gone really dark, the foam stamp. What else have I got there? So I can use all those. There's another square one. Mark making stuff, yeah. So let me go and get me. I've also brought me bright coloured ones as well. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, I've got some muted colours. I've got purple one. They're fairly muted. There's a muted green, rainforest. And what's that? The black one, nocturne. Prefer the brown one to the black one, weirdly. I'm like, oh, there's some hawthorn rose and warm breeze. Got all of those. Got some scissors. Yeah, I don't know why I've got scissors in there, but I've got scissors in there, but I might need them actually. Yeah, that is true. Not tried the bright coloured ones, but we could do. Why not? I'm going to do some bright colours then. Because I've showed you the muted coloured ones in the book, haven't I? Right, so this, I need my finger down a bit because that's too far up that way. Wait a minute. There. Right, then I've got to pull that all up that way a bit. And otherwise I've got my thing on the edge. Yeah. Chaos at the moment, yeah. Right, okay. Yeah, so I've just pulled that up because I had a bit of a, that was halfway up here. And I thought, well, that's going to be good, isn't it? Not. Right, so colour-wise, I've got this, that. And the green, I've got the green somewhere. The rainforest green will be great. Oh, that one. And put that one away. And rainforest, yeah. So the fairly bright ones. I do like muted colours as well. I really like muted colours. Right, so let's print. I don't know if this is going to... I always wonder. Now let's have a go. Yeah, it does print a bit, doesn't it? I was thinking, would it print on the... Right, so would that still be... No, it's not bad. So let's do one of those. Yeah, it's even more muted because it's still got some of the brown on it. Right. Let's do, shall we do this side? Yeah. I don't know how I did that thing the other day. Oh. Yeah. Oh, that's right. I did it on the, I know what I did it on that card. Yeah. Oh, look. Oh, well. Yeah, that's okay. See, there's that one. That's easy to do. It's like a rainbow. I suppose I could have done that, but that would have been really thin. It does work out nicely like that. Just also, look how badly that's done, but it looks so arty when you print it out. See what I mean? Arty. Very arty, yes. Let's see if I can get rid of that on there. No, it's okay. Let's see if we can get rid of it again here. Right, let's get, oh, I haven't used yet, I haven't used one of these. Yeah, let's get one of these really bright ones. So you can always add to your collection anyway, can't you? Yeah. Yeah, so what I was doing the other day was just messing about like this. That's all I was doing. And then I'll show you what I did afterwards when I get there. So let's get this. What have we got here? Purple too. Oh yeah, we've got to do it the professional. See, that's like that in half. So I can do this. I've done these before, haven't I? Used these on that tissue paper before when I did I made the tissue paper transparent, but I don't think people were impressed. So. I didn't get very, yeah. Yeah, you can, as I say, you can print with the end like this. Just do marks like that. That's a bit like those. Oh, look at that round the edge. I didn't know. How on earth have I done that? Got like a ridge. Oh, it might be because there's two different colours on it. Oh, interesting. And then the other side with a different colour. So that makes a nice. So if you can't do it very well like this, perhaps you could use them for that. That's quite, and even this bit as well. Where's the? So I'm doing my S's now. My husband calls it doing my S's when I. Because I'm doing my S's like that. Yeah, I'm doing my S's when I'm explaining something. There we go. Yeah, things like that, and then I can go the other side and do a different one. So they might turn out slightly different each side. Or you could do with something like this as well. Even if you couldn't do it straight, you could. Oh, let's see, that's not worked out because that's not straight. So something like this. It's very, very tough. I could use some differences. It's a little bit tough for those scissors, but they would do it. Yes, definitely. They are amazing, those scissors. They're very good. Okay, I was thinking if we had a long strip and you had one of these. I used the small one, as I say, okay, and then you could do things like that. So I think this would be nice. You could even if you went a bit wobbly or did it on purpose like that, that's interesting. That adds a bit of interest. perhaps want to fill that bit in because it's in the way, and perhaps it could look a bit like wood in a way, or not. It doesn't mean to be look like wood. And then you could possibly even, there's little spaces there. I'm going to try and take a couple little spaces there and do a little son-in-law or nick, little nick there. Well, guess where he is at the moment? He's in Spain. Spain? I think he's in Spain with his middle son. Yeah. Probably friends as well, actually, thinking about it. There might be friends there as well. Yeah. Middle son's friends. Yeah, middle son. How old is he? 17, nearly 18. Yeah. So that sort of thing. Yeah, that sort of anything like that. You could do it in a square as well. Anything so simple like that. You can get the colours down and start mark making. Foddery stuff. Yeah. It's there, isn't it? I was looking all over for this. Try it over that. I'm going to put it over, see if it goes over the top of them. This is what you don't want to do. You don't want to move it. It's because that's still slightly wet. Yeah, that's not too bad, is it? I must have put it into the right position. Right. I don't want any gaps, so I could show you how badly that flower prints as well, couldn't I? Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, that's fine. Let's see, I've got that one close together and that one wide apart, and it looks really good. So now what I did was got my scissors, which are going to be the little scissors. Right, so what I would do then, I could do it from here, I could do it from in the middle, do what you like. Yeah, you don't even have to do this, but this is an idea. So I'm going to just make some sort of a shape like that, half of it, about there. I'm going to cut up to there, I think, and then perhaps cut this bit out. There we go, so I've got that bit there. And you can still use the edges as well, even if you cut them off. So I'm going to cut, let's do where the middle might be. So a little pinch there. I can see where the middle might be, so I'm going to aim to, or in fact you could, no, I'll leave it like this. So you fold it in half, but I don't want to fold it in half. I want it possibly slightly different, which it probably is. And then you can put them on, you could cut them up and adjust them and put them on places as well. For fun, yeah. So what I did then was cut out and you can draw the lines if you like right now. The only thing is when you glue them down, it's quite hard to get them in the right place, so you have to sort of like get them to flop down and then perhaps put the glue on. Yeah, I would think. Yeah. Now this one that I'm cutting now would go to the other one, so we'd have the other side. And then this one would go back with that one. And then there's that bit that would probably go with that bit. Right. I might put it in this for fun, because this is sort of like a bullet journal. It's hilarious. Right, because I'm very attractive to bullet journals. I don't know if it would, oh, I'd have to do it, yeah, that way around perhaps. So I'd have to get me glue. Can't use, I wouldn't use, well, you can, obviously. I would use a glue like Mod Podge or something like that. Or, because you'd have to paste it everywhere. Like, it might be better than that one. Okay. Yeah, I'd like to use these really. I've got some makeup brushes somewhere. That will do. Actually, there's one. Makeup brushes, as in these. Silicone ones. There it is, yeah. These don't glue up, you see. They're still flexible, even though it's had glue on it. I might use that. I might use that as I get it out and deciding to use it. So I'm going to spread some of this all over. It's not very big, so it's, yeah, it's a bit. Let's get some over there. Getting the old stuff on, yeah. And previously. Okay, so then you would and then you would try and lay that down. I was going to have it that way. I'm going to have it, yes, this way, isn't it? Yeah, so I'm having that way. Do like that. It's only to make a pattern, or you can do it on something or something like that, and then I would put stuff on top. Yeah, it's make a pattern. You can make one of those cards with it as well, this idea. And it shouldn't, because it's what's the name? It won't run. It won't run, so hopefully that will dry. I watched somebody the other day and she didn't show you the end result of what she'd done. I thought, huh, I wanted to see how it turned out. I don't think she did anyway. So you want to leave about the same gap as you've cut out there. Oh yeah, you could have a piece of, well, you could do it differently. Yeah, you could have a piece of card or something there if you want. I don't know where the rest of this is. And to make, if you want it to make sure it's the right way, just follow the pattern, or you could swap them around, because you can actually see through this tissue paper. It prints on both sides, sort of thing. It's very, yeah, so you'd have it that way and that way. So when you put this one down, it'll be the opposite way. Let's get some glue. So it doesn't matter if you spread it about, because this will dry translucent. So it won't dry clear and shine up everywhere like some of the glues do. So that one will go here. Do it very straight, have I? Yeah. Like that. I'll say you could put another piece of paper across here, like I did on the journaling card type thing. Just showing you what you can do. Oh, it's just we can do it as an art journal page, perhaps, or part of an art journal, or do it over the top. Yeah, this is my bullet journal, so it's very, you know what I mean? It's very untidy for me. Yeah, it's very untidy for but I'm very attracted to them. I don't know if it's because it's an attempt to become. Yeah, so that's the same way. So that's not gluing, lot. Yeah, this is not gluing because I haven't got enough glue on it, and then you put some on top. It is better with a brush. And that one, and I've got another piece of there somewhere. I don't know where it's gone. And that would go there. You could try, yeah, you can try and get that out to that bit there, but it's not, is it? Decided I'm not going to go there. I'm going to stay where I am. Right, where is the, I can't find the bit that goes in the middle. Is that it there? Yeah, it's here. So I can't find the bit that goes in the middle, so I was immediately finding the bit that goes in the middle. Okay, so that, yeah, that would go there. Wouldn't that way, that side, is that side? Or is it this way? Yeah, it is that way. Yeah. There we go. So that's an idea, you see, for you. I've done it nice and big so you can see it, but I mean you can make smaller ones. So that's how I did that. I think it looks great, doesn't it? Or you could just do it on its own and perhaps do something with writing behind or something. This, paint, this stuff. When it's dry, you can write ever so well on it. It's very good for that. Like with a ballpoint pen or something. Probably with anything, actually. Yeah. Yeah. So that is very similar to that, isn't it? If you noticed, yeah. So yeah, that's it. That's exactly what I mean. And then there's that idea as well. Yeah, I did a line down there, smaller. That could be interest on a page, say one rainbow, then you could perhaps put another rainbow somewhere else. And yeah, use writing. I was going to do the writing that way. I decided to do it that way, yeah. Yeah. So if you like my content today, please give me a thumbs up, that'd be absolutely amazing. And subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.